All right, let's look at the homework 1.6, problem number 9, step 1. All right, so let's just focus on sketching the graph of this given function here. All right, so you have f of x is equal to greatest integer value function of 2x minus 5. All right, so here's the easiest way to sketch the graph. All right, so first, ignore the greatest integer function value. So let's sketch the graph of 2x minus 5. All right, so I'm going to sketch the x-axis here, and y-axis probably around here. All right, and let's see. So y-intercept is -5. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is -5 right there. All right, then I'm gonna just put here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something like that, and I'm gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's sketch the picture. All right, so y-intercept is -5, right? So I'm gonna put the dot at the -5. All right, then slope is 2, so slope shows up here, so it's 2. So I'm gonna draw a dotted line. So you go to the right 1 unit, go up 2 units. So you have to go through this point. And then here you have to go to here, go up 2. So I guess you're gonna go through here. If you go up, go to the right 1 unit, go up 2. So slope is 2. So it's gonna go through here. So it's going to be a straight line. Let's see, I'm gonna do my best to sketch the picture here. Right? So it's gonna look somewhat like this. Right? I'm doing my best to keep it straight. All right. All right. All right, so this is the graph of y equals 2x minus 5. All right, but that's not what we want, right? So what it does is, so since the greatest integer function takes the integer, the largest integer, less than equal to that function value, right? So here, so if you follow, this part. So from here to, so if you look at this part, maybe I should here put the value here, -4, -3, -2, -1, and so on. Right? So if you look at this portion right here, right? So all the way up to -5. So you're going to have a fractional value. So these are going to be a -4 point something something. So all these value is going to be brought down to -5 because of the greatest integer function. So if -5 is 5 if you take the greatest integer, but these guys is going to be brought down to -5. But as soon as this graph hits -4, it's going to come up here. So you're going to have a missing point here, right? So it's going to step up. All right, and if you look at just this portion, right below -3 and above -5, so because of the greatest integer function, it's going to brought down to -4. So you're going to have a -4 up to that point, right? But as soon as the function hits the -3, it's -3, and then you see what happens, right? You can see that this portion is going to be -2 point something. It's going to be brought down to -3 because of the greatest integer function. And then you have, so you're going to see a step function. It's pretty narrow. It only goes 1/2. Right? So you have, once you hit 1, then here, -1, and then stop here. And then when you hit 0, you're going to be all 0. And if you hit 1, it stays at 1, right? And when you hit 2, stays like that. When you hit 3, and it stays like that. When you hit 4, stays, and when you hit the 5, and so on. So you can see that this pattern just keeps on going both ways. Right? So this is how you sketch the graph of greatest integer function of 2x minus 5. All right, so let's see if we can find the correct picture. All right. All right, you can see that this is not the first one. All right, so here, let's see. We're gonna have so this actually looks familiar, looks closer. Well, let's see. I have to make so let's see. This one start with the open dot. This one start with the closed dot. So this should be the answer. But let's see, last one. Last one goes way too wide. So you can see that actually answer is right there. Key is right there. All right, this is the correct picture. And if you compare that with what we wrote, what we drawn, it's a pretty close, right? All right, so we got that. All right, but anyway, that's how you sketch the graph of the function involving greatest integer function. So start with the integer function, draw it, and then you can just a fractional value. You can bring it down to the greatest integer value. All right, then you will end up with some sort of step function like that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.